Welcome back to Cooking with Legs. Today, blackened mahi with some blackened shrimp on top of a Southwestern-inspired couscous salad. Really easy to do. Love this stuff. Basically, we're going to put some blackened seasoning on either side of the mahi. Make sure you pat it dry first, and let it for 15 minutes just to get kind of up to room temp and let it marinate with the seasoning a little bit. Drop it into a really hot pan, roughly 4 to 5 minutes aside. You can kind of notice the track up the side where it's being when it's done, we're gonna drop some shrimp in there real quick and let that blacken. That'll be kind of the garnish on it. Couscous salad, really simple, equal parts liquid to couscous, then kind of whatever vegetables you like. I'm using some stuff more on the southwestern end, shallot, garlic, roasted red pepper, dash of jalapeno, some tomato, and some avocado. The rest on top with a little bit of mango salsa on top. This is awesome. I love this, and it goes really quick. Because the salad's cool, you can make it the night before, set it in the fridge, forget about it, and it only takes you 5 to 10 minutes max to do the blackened fish. Couscous is really easy. I don't know why it never got really popular, but just equal parts dry to wet. So right now I've got 1 and 3/4 cups of couscous. To that I'm going to add 1 and 3/4 cups of chicken stock. Really just that simple. That's just a 1-to-1 ratio. Put that in. Now, this is when if you want to add flavor to the couscous, you do that. So what I did was I went ahead and sauteed a shallot and some garlic, and I'm going to put that in with the couscous. And yeah, actually, I use a rice cooker. Best thing I've ever bought. I didn't used to have one, but I'm so glad my wife got me one. Makes life so easy. That's it. So I gotta do with that. Hit the button, turn it on. It takes about 5 or 6 minutes. All right, for the salad, we're also gonna add some diced tomato, some diced jalapeno, some cilantro, some roasted red pepper. It's been diced up. We're also gonna make the dressing now. And here I've got about 2 or 3 tablespoons of good extra virgin olive oil. Use the good stuff with this. I can't stress that enough. That changes everything. Also, preferably would be fresh lime juice. I didn't get all the limes I ordered, and I got one. That's going to be used for the fish afterwards. So we're going to use the fake stuff. That's kind of the main components of it. From there, it's just mostly going to be some chili powder, just a little bit, not much. Not making chili, but just want the chili flavor to go through. A little bit of cumin. And this crushed red pepper wouldn't be a bad idea. Not much. It's not being cooked, so. Also need to add a little bit of cayenne pepper. Touch of that in there. All right. Now we're going to drain and rinse a can of beans, a can of black beans, and a can of sweet corn. And here I have some beans and the corn. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add everything else that's on the cutting board: the tomato, the crushed red pepper, the cilantro, the jalapeno, and we're going to put the couscous right on top. Right, so couscous is here. We're going to add the beans, the corn, the tomato, the cilantro, the jalapeno, and everything other than the avocado. I'm going to add that just at the very end because I don't want the avocado to oxidize. That, we'll go ahead and add that dressing that we made. Wonderfully delectable dressing of goodness. And we're just going to fold it and combine. This is freaking awesome. All right, that's killer. So the salad's done. That's in the fridge. That can sit there for a couple of days, especially since the avocado's not in there when it's with that oxidizing. So basically, when everybody's ready to eat, we start cooking. It's that simple. It takes that little bit of time. So the fish and the shrimp are finished and thawing out, and we'll be back when it's time to cook. All right, so with the shrimp, yeah, these are all been rinsed and patted dry. I just run the knife just down the spine a little bit where the vein was, just to kind of let it open up just a little bit more and took up a little more seasoning. Not a need to do, just something I like doing. These, we're just going to season them on both sides. Be liberal. It's with the flame on here. We need to watch it. I don't want it to get as hot as I do with tuna because with tuna, I want to cook it rare. So with the hot, I want it to really sear hard on the outside. This I want it to cook through almost. So I want the pan to get not quite as hot, and I don't want the butter to burn either. So when we add the butter, we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil so that the smoke point on the butter comes out. Not butter. That's kind of what we want right there. We don't want it to just not quite foam. There we go. All right. Serve it side down. Serve it side down. Serve it side down. That's it. Protein with a carb down at the bottom. Piece of fish. Pretty piece of fish right there. Put just a little bit on top like that. Just to make it look pretty pretty. Then take the shrimps and just want to kind of put them in on themselves. Two sets of those. A little bit of cilantro. Just freshly torn. No fancy cutting up thing.